What's up, guys? Paul K here, and what this video is about is why you need to buy a new rangefinder, new school rangefinder for bow hunting. And if you're into bow hunting and the technical side of it, stay tuned. You're going to see some cool stuff. Trail Boss, let you know. So in this video, it's about rangefinders. Rangefinders are devices that you use in bow hunting. I'm sure all you guys know, but for people who don't, that will measure the distance precisely between the target and you shooting the bow. And you place your pin, your aiming device on the bow, whatever the yardage is, the correct yardage is, and you should, when your bow's set up right, your arrow will go where you want it to go, and it'll be right directly on target. So this is the point of this video is to show you the differences of the new school stuff here that we have. This is my old rangefinder. It's out to 600 yards, and it just gives line of sight. It's just a straight shot. It will measure extremely accurately to within under a yard, out to 600 yards. It's pretty good. It's got 6 times magnification. And this, at the time, I got a steal on it. Sells for about $100. You can still get these today around between 80 and $100 on big sales. And if you're just looking for a straight rangefinder, you can use these for golf. A lot of guys use them for shooting if you're doing to long distance, but mainly in bow hunting, you're not making these 600-yard shots. Everything you're doing is under 40, 50 yards, you know, and well, that's what I do. I don't take nothing over 40 yards at the most with my compound. With my recurve, I'm predominantly a recurve instinctive shooter. I don't even use this stuff, but when I'm using my compound, with an instinctive shooting in the recurve, you just point and shoot, and that's the beauty of it. And but with using a compound, you need these rangefinders. You don't need them, but if you're can't guesstimate the distance between, it's very hard to tell under a stress situation between 25 yards and 35 yards when you're looking at a deer of a lifetime and so forth. That's where these come in. So this is a straight line of sight rangefinder, and it just measures straight distances. And the reason for this video is this is the new generation, and they've been around for maybe a year or two, but it has what's called angle range compensation. They call it ARC for short. Not only does it measure straight, but when you're in a tree stand, they have a great video picture here that I can show you. When you're measuring this way, that's one linear measurement, and this illustration says 23 yards. That's what it is if you're off the ground. But when you're in the tree, in a tree stand, you're shooting at an angle. So the actual distance between here, even though the tree is 23 yards away from the deer that you're in, you're up in that tree, and that adds more yardage. So using this technology, it figures that out for you. And that's a huge, huge thing. Now it's 32 yards. So if you're in that tree and you're using your old school rangefinder, it's telling you 23 yards. If you put that 25-yard pin on that deer, you're going to shoot right over that deer because you're 32 yards. This figures out that compensation. It's 32 yards. You put the 30 yard or the 35 pin on the deer, and you're going to kill that deer exactly where you aim. That's where the value of this is. And these normally, they started around $225. They're coming down in price now. I found this on Black Friday. Bass Pro advertised them. I'm kind of giving a Bass Pro a thumbs down. I called them to see. None of them had the availability. So I looked online. I found them at Shields on Black Friday. Normally these would be about $250. I've got it for $99. So on sales, $99. It's a Bushnell brand. This is good for 1,500 yards, out to 1,500 yards on a big target. You can shoot at, it's as good, they claim, I think it's 800 yards or so. Or not, a tree is 900 yards and a deer is 600 yards. With the bow, it's 30 or 40 yards, but what you're after with this, the value, the whole point of this video is the technology now gives you super accurate from a tree stand. It's called the angle range compensation. The acronym is ARC. and that's why you need to get these now. They're very desirable. Anyone that is into bow hunting needs this with a compound bow, and this will eliminate all your, as long as you're accurate shooting and you're putting that arrow right where that pin is, this is going to help you out huge. So there you have it. That's the difference. New school and old school. Anyone want to buy an old rangefinder? But that's the difference, and that's what I wanted to show. And they're coming down in price. This is a steal at $100, and Shields had it. It's a sporting goods company out in Midwest. But that's what I want to show you guys. I'm fascinated by it, and I'm tickled pink that I actually got to get one at such a low price. And if you guys are into this, you gotta go now and get it, because that's when you can get them at the sale time, right around Christmas now. I think on huge sales, that's the only time you're gonna find these, because normally these are a couple $100. But they're coming down, and get one if you are in the need for this. That's it for this edition, and I thought you guys like to know. I think you guys would like to know that are into bow hunting. If you like this, subscribe and like, and Trail Boss will see you next time. Have a good one.